Hey family, it's your girl Miss ID. And you know why Circle of Sisters is so important? It's not just an event. It's about community. It's about women of color from every background, every shade, every shape, every age coming together under one platform and being celebrated for being the beautiful queens that we are. Woo, I love it. It's important that you join us this year. Circle of Sisters, can't stop, won't stop.
Hi, my name is Candice Grevious, and this is Hilda Adeniji, and we're going to be introducing you to how to use your digital assets for Circle of Sisters. So without further ado, let's get started.
So first, we want to take you through a sneak peek of the event platform, just give you a feel of what the day of will look like. The first page, we're showing just the attendee profile where they'll be able to update their information, and this will be their business cards that they will be using to interact not only with each other, but also with the businesses, you guys as leads. On the next slide, we have what our schedule page looks like. And this is where people will be able to add panels, workshops, and sessions to their calendar and receive notification and reminders throughout the 2 days to attend their favorite parts of the event. We'll have an event lobby. Here, they'll be able to direct to different parts of the event, including the expo hall, where you guys will be located, as well as a space to network and lounge with each other. This is a look at what our stages look like, and this will be our streams. Our Sister Shopping Network will be one of these streams, and people will be able to see what is upcoming, as you can see on the side. And last but not least, the vendor profile. So this will be your virtual booth. This is where your brand will live for a majority of the event. You'll be able to customize background and look and feel, add your own logo, your own info, as well as be able to use the features that all come with it, which I'm going to talk about a little bit in the next page. But we will have a separate training just on how to set this up, what features are here, what's available to you, and basically the best way to optimize this. So in the booth, as I mentioned, you can do your own branding. In addition to that, that center part is where your video can live. This can be you talking live as we're talking to you today, or something that is more automated where you put in content that you've already created so that there's always something in your booth when you can't be physically there to talk to people. You can also chat with people via text or host your own Q&A, answering questions for everyone that is within your virtual booth. There's a space to put banners and drive links back to your website, as well as add handouts, coupons, and any type of documents and PDFs. You can even poll the attendees that are within your booth and find that information and their opinions of your brands. As I mentioned, this will all be covered in further training, but this is just digital asset gallery, and you'll have all this information also via email. So next, we're going to go into your digital assets outside of your virtual booth. This is really focusing on your social media, your newsletters, as well as audience extension. We want to be able to give you your options, and then you'll work with us in order to get these booked. You can use these either leading up to the event, during the event, or after the event, up to December 30th. But we suggest that the best time would be leading up to the event and during the event, maybe depending if you have any deals going on right after. So first is Facebook, and I'll let Candice explain to you the different post types that are available.
Okay, so first we have a Facebook feed ad. This is typically just an ad so that you will be able to promote your brands and what you're selling. What's needed from you would be an image or video. The specs, which are just the specific dimensions that are needed for the image or video, are going to be included and sent to you. We'll need copy from you, and the copy is just the text that you see here under the profile and right above this image, so that we can understand exactly the messaging you want to convey to your audience. And then also we'll need a click-through link, which will be a URL or a website link back to your brand or whatever you're selling, so that we'll be able to make sure that the audience can get to exactly what you're promoting for the day. And then on top of that, we'll be able to provide you with flight dates, which are the days that the ad will be able to be displayed on the web. And then we have choices of what type of ads that you can pick. But we can consult with you one-on-one, whether you want it to be a carousel with multiple images, or you'd like it to just be a single feed image. It's up to you. But if you have a preference, please let us know. Next is a Facebook video ad, similar to what you guys know for PreRoll. This ad is just a video version of a way to promote your brand as well. What we'll need from you for this would be the video. Again, the specifications are down below, but we'll also be sending those to you. And then we also will have copy, which is just the messaging that we need to make sure that we're promoting your brand in the correct way, and a click-through link that will lead back to your page or your brand's page or a shopping page so that people can have access to your content. And again, the flight dates are really going to be something that we're going to manage. But if you have a preference for when you like your content to be live online, please let us know. There are also character limits for the messaging as well. And you'll see these ads show up on our WBLS and Hot 97 Facebook pages so that it can get as much reach as possible. Next, we have a story ad. A lot of you have probably seen stories popping up recently. They live kind of, you'll see this kind of imaging where they live at the top of your profile. You'll be able to click them and kind of interact with them in a more engaging way than maybe feed ads would be. Same kind of specifications. We'll need an image or video, and we'll send you all the details of the dimensions that are needed for this. And we'll also need you to provide the messaging copy and the click-through link, which is just a URL back to your website, and also provide a post date. This post date will allow us to know when you would like your content to be live, so that people can be able to engage with you on our platforms. And then we will be able to report back to you exactly how your content has performed. Some of you have asked for additional boosting. With that will allow you to have more reach, and you'll be able to connect with more audiences than you would just a typical feed post. I'll let Hilda get into Instagram a little further.
And before we got into Instagram, I did want to clarify that these posts, as Candice mentioned, will be on our BLS Instagram and Facebook accounts, as well as our WBLS Circle of Sister account. So with Instagram, very similar to Facebook. On the next slide, you'll see you have the option to do a feed post, which can be an image or a video. Again, similar requirements, and we'll provide the post flight dates for you and to let you know when those will be up, as well as the specs before to make sure you have the right sizes. And with Instagram, you can do something which is called the paid partnerships, which allows us to tag your business directly. So people are seeing this ad is coming from your business. We do recommend this for most of the Instagram posts, especially if you do have an Instagram profile. It must be set up as a business for us to be able to do this. And then explore ads. So this is unique to Instagram. This is a page where people come to discover new content. And this would be great to showcase products and businesses, which is another recommended ad category. And just like Facebook stories, again, very similar. You provide the video, the image, the copy, and the click through, and we'll provide you with the flight dates.
So just to get into our targeted display, which is a part of our owned and operated, which is really just our websites. So on our WBLS website, we have an area for you to showcase your ads. So you'll see here, there's an example of Ain't Too Proud, and it says electrifying. That is kind of speaking to exactly what the show is about and how you feel from the show. So when you're thinking of, crafting copy for your ad, or if you have suggested copy that you want to show us, please make sure that it's something that's very concise and to the point, and really directing your audience to what it is that you're trying to call to action. You don't necessarily have to make a call to action button for people to know that there's something that they need to be driven to. So this is a really great reference for that. What we'll need is a click-through link, a URL that leads us back to your content again. The ad or image will work with you to kind of create that look and feel. And then also the call to action, again, like I said, it can either be a button that literally drops to your page, something like click here or sign up now or shop now, exactly. Something like that will be perfect. And then we can also do flight dates for those ads, so we have them leading up to the day that your people are able to shop at your brand or be able to sign up for your workshop. So it's really something that's going to really drive people to be able to connect and engage with you. So you just want to make sure that it really just puts your best foot forward. So definitely make sure that you're working with us to get that whole look and feel across. Now there's different types of ads. We don't have to go too deep into them, but the leaderboard ad is the ad that lives at the top of your web page. So when you come to the WBLS site or the Hot 97 site, you will see this ad at the top of the page. And then a right rail ad is on the right-hand side of the page, kind of like what it says. And it can either be a medium rectangle, which is just a square, really, more so. And then there will be also a half page, which is more of a rectangle feel. And then for the newsletter, we have a newsletter that goes out weekly, promoting all of our content on our website or our highlighted content on our website. We would love to include you in this specific COS newsletter that we have going out. And all you'll need for that is the click-through link back to your page or where people can shop for your stuff, or and also the image copy, and then the flight dates to make sure that your content is going up at a time that works for you. If you have a sale, you can let us know those things, but otherwise we'll kind of choose the flight date that makes the most sense leading up to the event. But also just make sure your copy for the newsletter is within maybe like 300 characters, something that really, again, drives people right back to your content, something succinct if possible. And then something to play up that newsletter feature would be a nice GIF if we can get that. But if not, an image works perfectly fine.
And then audience exception offers a few different options. This is something that will work personally with you guys and kind of decide what makes the most sense depending on your business type. We'll go over today the two options that are available, just so it's aware. And then as we build out your plan and your content for the rest of your media, we'll be able to decide which one makes the most sense. So the first option is targeted display, very similar to the banners that Candice just showed on our website. The difference between this and those is these banners will also be on other sites based off of the way we target users. So we'll be able to go on top sites for users that are within a certain area, depending on your product. The second option is video pre-roll, and this is a commercial that usually plays before video content. A good example of this is sometimes when you watch a video on YouTube, there's a commercial that plays right before. Or if you watch a video on a news website like a CNN, there's a commercial that plays before. This gives you the opportunity for your video to play in front of these high traffic videos. So we'll work with you again on what makes the most sense between these two options, depending on the creative and the copy that you have, as well as specific to your business goals.
So I believe that concludes all the digital assets that we have for COS, and we're really excited to have you, and we can't wait to start working with you on making sure that we manage these assets and push them out so that we can drive users to your brands and being able to shop on your sites. So we're very excited to work with you, and we're thankful that you came in and decided to choose COS to host your brand here. And we look forward to just connecting with you.
I encourage that any questions you have, please contact us at cos@wbls.com so we can answer you in specific to what your plan is and what your business goals are. Yeah. And when you do reach out, please just make sure to include the name of your booth and your business so we know what we're talking about specifically once we follow up.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Bye.
Hi, so just want to thank you all for tuning in and also for sticking through just a small technical glitch. And we wanted to open up this time for any kind of questions. Please feel free to drop them in the chat on YouTube. And then also in the meantime, I do want to mention the information for the next two trainings. So in our next session, we are going to do a deep dive in how to build out your virtual booth. This will be really important for the day of Circle of Sisters. And that will take place next Monday at 1 p.m. So all vendors that have completely RSVP'd will receive that link shortly later on this week. And if you are still interested in attending, we've sent out an email on Friday, and we'll send out another one just with a reminder so that everyone has the information. In addition to that training, we will also have a special session with the Commissioner of the Small Business Services for New York City, and that will take place on Wednesday, on the 28th. Again, that will go out in the same email, just kind of letting everybody know what's going on and how to RSVP and tune in. So just checking again to see if there are any questions before we tune out, just anything regarding some of the digital assets we kind of went over for Circle of Sisters. So it looks like there are no questions. If you watch this later, because we will keep the recording up, please feel free to email us at cos@wbls.com and include your booth name, and we'll be sure to answer your questions that way. Thank you.
Thank you.